Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on, I would have to assume Brock's collection is where I'll be uploading this. So I think it was last year where Re-Ment made a new series of Kirby figures named the Swing Kirby figures. In the name, it was just a set in the background, and then Kirby or another character would just swing off of it. I can't really describe it that well, but I did get every figure from the first set. Now you may be wondering, first set, they made another one? Well, the answer to that question is yes. I think just this year, Re-Ment made another Swing Kirby set. And technically, it hasn't even released yet, I think. Actually, no, I think it did release in Japan today. That's what it said. But I did find a listing for some of the figures on Mercari, and I decided to get two of them. Now, the one that I wanted from the start was the Magolor and Kirby one, so I did get that one and another one that you'll see soon. I love the Swing Kirby figure sets because they're just really unique Kirby figures, and they're not like terrariums. They're definitely something that Re-Ment hasn't done before when it comes to Kirby figures. And also, they're probably one of the nicest looking type of Kirby figures when displayed. So there's that too. Alright, let's get this guy open. So I was going to get the whole set, but I decided to save some of my money so I could get some other Kirby figures that you'll see in future videos. There we go. Ooh, alright. I think I'll have to, like, tilt the camera or, like, change the angle so you can see more of these figures. Yeah. Alright, so I changed the camera view. Yeah, so here are the figures. They're still in the bubble wrap, so I'll get them out of there. So yeah, here's the first figure. Similar packaging to the first series of Swing Kirby figures, obviously. So let's look at all 6 figures that are in this set. We have the Sleep Kirby figure, which is pretty cute, but pretty basic as well. Just Kirby sleeping on a moon with, like a galactic swirl or something in the background. The next one is just Waddle Dee, but this time it features 2 Waddle Dees, which is kind of irregular to see when it comes to Kirby merchandise. The next one we have is Kirby and Elflin, a obvious reference to Kirby and the Forgotten Land with the skyscraper in the background. We also have Round Kirby, which is a reference to Kirby's Dream Buffet. Kirby's doing the same facial expression he does in the box art in the opening cutscene. And there are some strawberries and frosting to act as like the base of the figure or like the set. Next up we have Ice Kirby and Chili, which is kind of basic. This is more or so something you'd see in the first set other than the second set. It still looks pretty cool. And after that we have Kirby and Magolor, which is my favorite figure from the set just because of how it looks. I mean, you have the portal shooting out, you have Magolor, you have Kirby. Yeah, I think that this is obviously the first Swing Kirby figure to feature Magolor, and it is a reference to Return of Dreamland, which is my favorite Kirby game of all time. So maybe there is some bias there. So what I'd also like to mention is that 3 of these figures are referencing the 3 most recent Kirby games. We have Forgotten Land, Dream Buffet, and Return of Dreamland Deluxe. Alright, let's get this one open. So I did get the Magolor and Elflin figures. Let's see which one this is. Ooh, alright, yeah, we got the one I wanted. Or the one I like the most. So this one is the Kirby and Magolor figure. You can see the base of the figure, or like the background. There's the portal, there's the swirl, Magolor, Kirby, very nice. Alright, so let's get this guy open. So here's the base, which has the portal, and on the actual base it says Kirby and Magolor. I don't know what to call these. Should I just call them like set pieces? I think that'd be like a better name for them. So yeah, this set piece is just the purple portal, which opens up at the end of some Return of Dreamland levels, which then segue you into the Another Dimension segments, where it's just like a little chase thing where you have to run away from the interdimensional death wall and reach to the end where you fight the Sphere Doomer. Or it could be referencing just Magolor's spatial and interdimensional abilities. But I think more than likely it's a reference to the portals that appear at the end of some Return of Dreamland stages. After that, we have Magolor, looking as cute as ever. The way they designed Magolor, in this figure specifically, reminds me of the of the render of Magalore, which was used for Return to Dreamland, where Magalore's eyes are more spaced out. He looks more, I don't know, dozy. That's the best way I can describe him. So yeah, let's get Magalore out of here. Alright, here we go. So here's Magalore in the flesh. His cape is like flowing in the wind. He's waving to Kirby, I assume. So let's attach the hook, which is on his head right here. Very careful, as these hooks are pretty vulnerable. Can break easily, which has happened to me before on multiple occasions when it comes to the Swing Kirby figures. So then they're good enough. Alright, I think that's good. Attach Magalore onto here. There we go. Nice. Now let's get Kirby out of here. Oh no, that's the wrong end. Alright, here's Kirby. Oh no, is it just me or is this color palette like a little bit darker than how Kirby's mostly presented? It might be just the lighting so it can fit better with the rest of the figure. And here we go. So here's the full figure. Very nice. So here is the Kirby and Magalore figure. Kirby's waving to Magalore. Magalore's waving back. So yeah, this is a very cool looking Kirby figure. A very nice reference to my favorite Kirby game of all time. Alright, now let's get the next figure. What I assume is the Kirby and Elfland figure. There we go. I wanted to get the Dream Buffet figure because that's my second favorite one out of the set, but it was sold out before I can even buy it. So here's Kirby and Elfland. Kirby looks very cheery. But before we do anything, let's get these figures out of here. Here's Kirby and Elfland. The hook out of here. Didn't open this very nicely. Okay. So, here's Kirby and Elfland. Kirby looks a lot more cheery. Very happy that he's being carried by Elfland. Elfland is surprisingly detailed for such a small figure. Re-Ment is very good at making such like small figures have a lot of detail, and they definitely delivered on this one as well. Just look at Elfland's eyes. There's a lot of detail packed into there. They basically got all the general details of Kirby and Elfland exactly right, which is impressive for such a small figure like this, as I just said. Alright, and here's the set piece. Has the destroyed skyscraper in the background. Has this like tangling around it, which acts as where the hook is, which is pretty unique. The skyscraper is pretty flat. They could have put more detail into the skyscraper, but other than that, yeah, it's fine. Alright, now let's get Kirby and Elfland onto here. So where does the hook go? Oh, it goes into the most difficult spot where they could ever put a hook. Right in between Elfland's ears. Great job, Re-Ment. They couldn't just have done it like somewhere else. Well, I guess there were many other spots where they could have done it. I'll just hook them onto here, and maybe that'll be fine. And yeah, there we go. Here are both of the figures from the second set of the Swing Kirby figures, which I forgot to mention is named Swing Kirby in Dreamland. Kind of a generic title, but it's a new title nonetheless. At least they didn't name it like Swing Kirby 2 or something. They actually named it something more unique. So yeah, here are both of the figures. I think out of these two, obviously I like Kirby and Magalore more. Maybe it's just because I have more bias for Return to Dreamland, but I just like the detail of the portal. I think it looks cooler than the skyscraper, but Kirby and Elfland, that's definitely a really cool looking Kirby figure. Was definitely more detailed than what I was expecting. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.